Xtool just launched an all-in-one heat press. If you are a crafter, this needs to be on your radar. This is the brand new all-in-one heat press kit from Xtool. It's really versatile. There's a lot involved here. We're going to get into all the different pieces of it. And it's really easy to use, and it's going to help you complete any project that you have that requires heat. So before we break this all down, I want to know, do you currently own a heat press? And if you do, what type do you have? Let me know in the comments. So really basic first, let's break down what a heat press is. So if you are a crafter and you are working with iron-on vinyl or HTV or sublimation, any material that requires heat to adhere it to its blank, you're going to need some kind of a heat press. Essentially, this is a big fancy iron. There are a ton of them on the market. They all offer a little something different. This all-in-one press is different than anything else I have seen or used, and it's made crafting really easy. What I have here is the complete kit, everything that you can get with the all-in-one heat press from Xtool. What I like about this is there are a lot of different bundles that you can create. You can just purchase what you need right now and then add on the other pieces down the road. So we have what looks like a manual heat press here. This is the heating plate. It swings open so you can put your blank down. And then it has a handle that comes down to press your materials. In this kit, you can also get the little mini handheld press. There is also a smart control. There is a pressing mat here. And then the neatest part of this entire press is the detachable smart press. So this entire press right here just pulls off. You can use it wherever you are using your heat press and then just put it right back on. And all of these components kind of work together. Let's go piece by piece and talk about what they each do. This is the smart control. This is going to work with both the smart press on or off the platform and with the mini press. This helps you precisely control time and temperature. Plus, it has 4 built-in programs, so you can save your favorite settings for your projects. There are no wires. This is wirelessly controlled, and again, it can hook up to your mini press or your smart press. That precise control allows you to set temperatures on both machines from 212 to 400 degrees Fahrenheit and anywhere from 1 to 600 seconds. Those can be kind of common for a manual heat press, but not so much for a mini press. So it's really cool that the same time and temperature work on both pieces. Let's talk a little bit about this mini press. This looks like a lot of the other ones that are on the market. It's nice and heavy, which I kind of like because it means you can get some good pressure out of this. It has an insulated base. It has a nice smooth heat plate on it. And it just has a power button on the top here. And you can set it to low, medium, and high. Very similar to, again, all the other mini presses that are on the market. What sets this apart is you can pair it with the smart control hub. So I can use precise temperature settings on this mini press all the way up to 400 degrees. Now let's talk about the smart press. You can purchase the smart press on its own without this platform here. It comes with the insulated base, similar to others that are on the market. We have the same temperature, 212 to 400 degrees Fahrenheit, 1 to 600 seconds, and it is fully controlled by the wireless smart control hub here. This heats up really fast, and it has really consistent edge-to-edge heating. On the smart press and the mini press, there is an auto shut-off feature on both of them. And finally, the platform here. This is kind of what brings it all together. So the platform is this piece right here, this handle, and then the stabilizing legs in the back. When you purchase the platform, you're also going to get a pressing mat that can come out. You can press directly on to this hard surface here if you're using solid blanks, and if you're using something softer, you can use the pressing mat. I found all of this really easy to set up, and once I played around with it for a little bit, it was super easy to pull the smart press on and off, use it on my own, or use it with the platform. One of the neat things about this platform is right on the side here, there is a pressure control. So you can set it between low, medium, and high pressure. And if you're used to sublimation or working with HTV, you know that different projects are going to require different pressure. You can play around with this and set your own time, temperature, and pressure settings. However, when you do receive this, you're going to get a manual from Xtool with all of their recommended settings. The size of this platform is about 19 wide by 21 deep. And this table that I have sitting on here is about 23 inches deep, and it fits really nicely. It's really sturdy too, so this swings back and forth, but this platform here is really sturdy. It's not going anywhere. I love that in a heat press. With something that's at 400 degrees, you really want it to be sturdy when you're using it. So let me show you a couple of projects that I've made with this just to show off some of its versatility. So I got this heat press at the same time I got the M1 Ultra. If you want to learn about this, if you haven't heard about this yet, it is an all-in-one DIY machine. Laser, blade, printer, and drawing functionalities. You can take a look at that full video there. But I have been cutting both infusible ink paper and HTV with the M1 Ultra and then using my heat press to put it all together. When you're using a heat press, you can use any HTV or infusible ink or sublimation paper that you have. But of course, Xtool did not leave us hanging. They came out with a whole slew of materials that you can use in your heat crafts. So everything that I did with this machine, I used Xtool materials because I wanted to see how they work together. So the first thing I did was use a piece of their infusible ink. So if you're familiar with Cricut infusible ink, this works the same way. I was able to design a little flower in XCS, cut it out with my M1 Ultra, weed it out, and then press it using the full platform here. I was able to dial in time and temperature very specifically on the smart control. I can adjust the pressure for sublimation, and it worked beautifully. The heat was nice and even from side to side, and it came out great. I also tried some HTV projects, again cutting them with the M1 Ultra and then ironing them on here. I used both the mini press and the smart press by itself. What's really nice about this smart press is you can pull it off the platform, iron what you need to do, and then just slide it back in the platform. Or you can use the heat-proof base. So if you don't get the platform, the smart press just sits right on top of its base. I also did a couple sublimation projects, just printing using my sublimation printer and sublimation paper from Xtool. I found that the color was really nice. The paper is a little thin, but I was able to get an excellent transfer of the image onto a mouse pad and then a couple of blanks. Being able to adjust the pressure and using it with or without the pressing mat is really nice. So if you are familiar with sublimation, if you do a lot of it, you're going to be able to control this down to like the exact second and the exact amount of pressure that you need. It's a really great feature. I love that I can use the mini press for sublimation. I can heat it all the way up to 400 degrees. I can use the smart control hub to set my time and then just apply pressure manually, and I know exactly how long I need to hold it for. I don't have another small press like that works with sublimation. So let me give you some thoughts and recommendations on this whole kit here. I really like that Xtool didn't just come out with one type of heat press. They came out with everything that a crafter could need. The 12 by 10 smart press, the little mini press, and the platform. And I love that they all work together. What's really nice is if you do not need this whole kit, you don't have to buy the whole kit. You can just go get the mini press and the smart control and start there. Down the road, if you want to expand, you can expand. You can purchase just the smart press and its insulated base and just start there. And if down the road you decide that you want a platform so you can get a little more pressure, hands-free work, you can upgrade to the platform. No other machine on the market right now has this detachable smart press. I find this really easy to use. From a storage perspective, I kind of keep this base tucked away. I don't use it that often. I keep my mini up on the shelf right here, but then this is all together and it's kind of compact on my table. If you're a crafter, you know we have a lot of machines, a lot of tools, and space is at a premium. So having this all together has been really nice. The only drawback I'm seeing with this is that this is a 12 by 10 plate. So my other auto press that I have is a much bigger plate. I can fit a big t-shirt on there and do the whole thing at once. But of everything that I've made so far, that 12 by 10 has worked just fine. I also like that I can pull the Smart Press off and press in multiple different places if I'm doing a really big project. So given everything you have heard, let me know down in the comments, do you think this whole kit or part of it might be right for you? This kit just launched in July of 2024, and there are some amazing deals on it right now. I have the most up-to-date pricing and package deals linked down in the description. So definitely take a look, click on that link, and go see what they're offering right now. But I can tell you from a pricing perspective, if you buy all of this together, it is so much less expensive than if you were to buy a platform, a Smart Press, and a mini press from another company. It is definitely a good deal if you need the whole kit and caboodle. So I think we covered everything that this all-in-one heat press can do. If you have any further questions, be sure to drop them in the comments. I'd love to chat with you about them. You will see this pop up in a few of my videos coming up. I'm really enjoying using it, and it's super easy. I want to thank you so much for watching. If you like craft tutorials and reviews like this, consider subscribing. I am here every week with new videos. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.